Should you wing it or not? To wing something, usually it is to do something or to attempt to do something without preparation. So you might, for example, prepare for a speech, or rather, you might have a speech coming up and then decide not to do proper preparation and just to improvise. In other words, you've got a speech and you're just going to wing it. You're not going to write a script. You're not going to think too much about it beforehand. Or you might have a job interview and you just want to have the experience of having a job interview so you don't get out of practice for job interviews. And you probably won't get the job, but you just decide to wing it instead of really preparing for the interview and trying. Generally, if you want to succeed at something, it's a good idea not to wing it. Here are a few examples of people using wing it.
To find a restaurant, and then you would open a second app to see if it was any good and to see if it met your dietary requirements and your budget, and then you would open a third app to see if there was a table. I mean, more than that, you might actually have to use an old school web page if anyone remembers those. Well, you could try and wing it, of course. Plenty of people did, but if you wing it, you are likely to be disappointed. And no one's disappointed anymore.
Stakes can be high at a talk, and so many speakers assume it's okay just to come and wing it. A couple of bullet points, I'm good to go. Actors rehearse, musicians rehearse, speakers should rehearse.
Led me to paint a swampy scene. My initial plan was to go for more of a mangrove-looking situation, but I changed my mind last minute and just decided to wing it with this new idea. Because of that, I hadn't really thought about how my values would work and how I'd be able to separate one element from another.
I didn't have the mitt that matched that one, so I just got any random mitt. Hope it's alright. Sick. I have no clue what I'm doing, so we're just gonna wing it. Right.
Yeah, well, this hasn't got any f***ing holes in. I don't know, we're just gonna wing it. Oh, no way. That fits, that means it's right. Oh, I'm so good at building drawers.
They still don't know what they're doing. Most entrepreneurs are making it up as
Winging
they go.
it a
Yeah,
bit.
absolutely winging it. And you get a bit better at winging it. You realize you can't wing it. So admitting that you don't know is a really big learning curve. And for someone like me, that's super hard. I still wing it probably more than I should. But then sometimes winging it forces you to evolve. Yeah. So you say, okay, we can do that.
To wing it, to improvise, to do something without preparation, to stand on a stage and make a speech, to book a hotel, book a restaurant without researching it, to put a drawer together without looking at the instructions, to do a painting without having planned the painting. All of these things and more are effectively to wing it.